person who is weak in a relationship is a person that controls the other. To be a successful entrepreneur, to be a good entrepreneur, you need to understand the law of power. And let me tell you just a few things just about power. Like, power isn't when you can command people and people can obey you. That's not real power, because positions are not even permanent sometimes. Oftentimes, people just feel disregarded. Like people feel like they're not respected. People feel like what they are saying cannot be reciprocated. People cannot get what they are saying and all that stuff. And if there is a very bad feeling in somebody's life, is to reach a point where you say something and somebody doesn't get it. Imagine you're in a relationship and you talk to somebody and they don't actually regard what you are saying. Like they see it maybe like it's nothing, it's foolish. You try to offer an advice somewhere and then that advice is not taken. Like it's just totally turned down. This is one of the things that is really frustrating in everybody's life. Okay, that shows that you don't have power. Okay, but power is when you speak something and somebody is able to get what you are saying. Somebody is able, you tell somebody about your beliefs. You say, okay, I believe this could be done, this and this and this and this, and somebody gets that. They value it. They see value in the words that you are saying, and whatever that you're trying to communicate is communicated frequently, and it is also communicated the way you want it to be taken. Sometimes you may be trying to say something and what you are saying is not taken so seriously and all that stuff. That is the most frustrating thing to everybody. It makes you just feel like you're powerless and all that stuff. It will bring out so many other stuffs inside you. You start feeling that envy. You start feeling a lot of emotions about yourself, because when you're in that position, you feel like you are powerless and all that stuff. You begin to react and all that. But one needs to understand, like, if you really need power, there is something that you need to understand about power. Okay, like if you really want, when you say something, it is regarded and it is given the same respect, the same amount of respect, and the same particular attachments that you have put on that. If you want that to happen, then there is something that you need to understand about power, because being an entrepreneur is just a game of working with people. There isn't anything that you will do without people. So being an entrepreneur is a game of people, and that's why you need to understand the law of power, because it will give you power to persuade somebody. It will give you power to seduce a customer. It will give you power to try to strike a sale. You see that? So now this is what you need to understand about power. There are two different things that we actually interchange and we don't use them wisely. When you're trying to communicate a message to somebody, there is logic and there's also emotions. And these two things have to be regarded in as much as you want your message to be passed on. Okay? Like you need to be aware of somebody's emotions. You need to be aware of somebody's emotion, the person that you are talking to. You need to know the state of emotion that they are into. You need to understand what you are telling them, what it is going to do unto them. Oftentimes people don't remember what we said, but they remember how we said what we said, right? So sometimes you might have a very powerful message, a very good thing that you're trying to communicate to somebody, and you are right about it. But the problem is that how you're communicating that. Sometimes we disregard the part of emotions. A person who is weak in a relationship is a person that controls the other. That's the way it is. Because you portray yourself like you are weak. Why? Because you're trying to woo that person. You are trying to get hold on that person. So be careful how you pass your message. It might be to your customers. It might be, maybe you are trying to, to make a sale and all that stuff. Of course, what you're trying to do has logic. Of course, your message has logic. But there is this part that you must not overlook. There is a difference between logic and also emotions. So you must balance between the two. In as much as you want to pass logic, but what is important, it is not your message. What is important, it is how your message is being delivered and how it is being received. And it can only be received only when you appeal to the emotions of the person that you are trying to talk to. I'm sure I made my point there.